Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. I haven't done anything for you to be proud of.
Of course you have. You are marrying a man who can support you.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Happy Friday. Okay, so I'm back. I'm officially back, but I won't be back for long because I am going somewhere else at the end of this month. So I'm going to try to shoot out as much content as I can before I leave again. But I'm really, really excited. I miss you guys. Hopefully you missed me. Okay, so if you want to know how my trip went, you can follow me on my Instagram here. Hold on, does that work? I want to see. Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay. All right, let me exit out of this because dang. All right. So my next trip is a family thing, and I can't really speak about it. It's a surprise. So I can't say anything. Okay. So I'm celebrating someone, and I can't really talk about it because it's something I've been planning. But I'm really excited about it. I don't know about y'all, but whenever I do like something surprising, am I the only one that gets more excited about it? Like, I don't know. I get so excited. I get giddy about celebrating somebody else and like seeing them surprised and just having no idea. I don't know. I just love that. I love that. Okay. So thank you, Afro Butterfly. Thank you for that. So let's get into all the stuff that I missed while I was gone. And a lot of you were messaging me on Instagram. Hell, y'all were, y'all had me on X, Twitter, sending me stuff. I saw the Cardi B situation. I was just like, oh my gosh. So I want to start with that. Let's start with Cardi B. Because first of all, I don't condone the behavior of Cardi B laying up with another man. And the reason I don't condone it is because I really want women to understand that when you lay down with a man, you are giving your energy away. You're giving your creativity away. You're giving your own energy source, like a part of it, away to someone else. And if you're dealing with, according to Cardi B, a narcissist, the worst thing you want to do is go lay up under another man who's going to leave you depleted within your own energy source. And so I don't agree with Cardi B, but the men's are getting on my nerves, y'all. They irritated my soul. And it's because it's the loudest ones that are out here talking about what Cardi B did, that cheated on a woman while she was pregnant, abused a woman while she was pregnant. Now all of a sudden these men care about a baby being in the belly. Y'all don't be caring when y'all abandon these kids. Y'all don't care when y'all leave these kids high and dry. You move on to the next woman. Where's the accountability for that? And then don't even get me started, because Offset is supposed to be the head of his house, the leader in his family. He led that situation when it comes to Cardi B having that baby in her belly while she was laid up with another man, because he was laid up with other women while she had culture in her belly, wave in her belly, and probably this last child that they had. So it's like, where's the accountability when it comes to Offset and the things that he was out here doing? Because he created this dynamic in his family by how he was embarrassing her repeatedly in the public eye. And she would always have to come up behind him and fix it and clean it up and clean up his public image. You know, similar to Tiana Taylor. And now she's like, Tiana is like, oh, that's not my problem anymore. And then lo and behold, we see Iman out here with a downgrade Amber Rose. So it's like, where's the accountability? So another thing that I want to mention, if you are a man and you demonstrate sexual discipline in your life, I respect your opinion when it comes to Cardi B. If you are a man and you have no sexual discipline, you've never practiced sexual discipline, go to hell and shut the hell up. No one's taking you serious. You're not someone that we would even respect when it comes to an opinion regarding that situation at all, because you yourself don't have sexual discipline. So it's just a waste of time. So let me go ahead and get into some of the things that were said, because I told you that the reason Cardi B wasn't releasing an album was because of Offset. He was holding her back. He was, hold on, let me see. I thought I muted that. Okay. So yeah, he was holding her back in her career. You could clearly tell he was competing with her in their relationship. You could clearly tell. I mean, look at the man. Look how he dresses. That is the man that is competing. And we're going to get into it later. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. If y'all been keeping up with this P. Diddy situation, and if you are a woman and you're reading in between the lines, the message that we are seeing out here in these streets when it comes to these men who don't have any sexual discipline, they're gay. Let me repeat myself. The men out here who don't have any sexual discipline are gay. So of course Offset is out here competing with Cardi B in the marriage. He's struggling with his sexuality. Oh, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. Because listen, I have no issue with men being gay. I don't see nothing wrong with it, to be honest. It's really not my business. It's not. But it's when you use a woman and you use a woman in a way to shield and protect you from facing yourself and your truth when it comes to your sexuality and the fact that you struggle in that area. That's what I have an issue with. It's not that these men may be gay. It's not that. Like, honestly, I don't really care. It's the fact that they put on this facade that they're a heterosexual man and they're not. And then they're out here cheating on women, creating all of these broken homes, and you're gay. That's what it is for me. And it's like all the people you're hurting because you don't want to confront the fact that that's just that's what you are. That's what you like. That's what you're into. But we're going to get into it. Let's get into Cardi B first. Because the P. Diddy situation is exposing that. The P. Diddy situation is exposing that a lot of these men are gay. It is what it is. Especially the ones that don't have no sexual discipline. Okay. I don't want to play the part where she's rapping because I think like that will be copyrighted, but let's see.
Yo, when I tell you, Nick, the narcissism is all time high. And you know what's so crazy? I really be feeling like when people be saying like narcissist, niggas is narcissists and everything, I be like, do y'all even know what that word mean? But now I really do see what's a fucking narcissist. You know what's so crazy? I find this so crazy, right? You know what I find so crazy? That a nigga think that they could just buy a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I love me shit, but you can buy me no more, motherfucker. And it's so crazy that a nigga think that that's enough. It's not enough, honey. It's just not enough. And you know what's so funny too? I find it funny that niggas think that they could fuck on anything. But when I start talking to niggas, you want to threaten me with taking shit that I fucking work my ass off for. You want to play those?
I know the Barty gang is going to hate me for this, but Cardi is a goofy. All right. She is goofy number one, Cardi, goofy number two, Offset. Two goofies that decided to get married and create another broken family. Goofy number one, goofy number two. And I've been saying this for a while. I said Cardi B was trash in like 2000 and I don't even remember. It's been years, probably like 2017. Goofy number one and Goofy number two. First of all, Goofy number one with Cardi B, because first of all, did you not look at his baby mamas? Sis, so you just look past the fact that he had all of these kids before you, and you still decided to marry this man. That's Goofy number one. Goofy number two was Offset. Okay. He needed someone to help save his career because he doesn't have one. He doesn't have one. So that's why he's out here gambling, and she's paying his debts, and she's trying to keep up with that. And she's just tired of that. I told y'all about the tax lien that he had. When you owe the IRS, you are broke. You are broke. So that means that Cardi B has been funding this public image that they put on to the public. Again, Goofy number one and Goofy number two. And I don't see nobody just calling it what it is. It's Goofy number one, Goofy number two. And so now that she's fed up with cleaning up his mess, funding his life and his public image, she wants to move on and just simply focus on herself. That's the only way she's going to get the album out. Bartigain, you want the album? Well, she got to get away from this man because he's draining her energy so much to the point where she doesn't have anything left for herself to where she can work on this album, produce the album in the way that she wants. And that's the thing, ladies, that you have to realize, especially when you're a creator. When you are a creator, when you lay down and you give your sexual energy, you have to understand that you're giving away your creativity, you're giving away your drive, you're giving away your passion, you're giving away just like how you want to take on the world authentically. Like you're giving all of that away, and then you're giving it to someone else that's not replenishing you. And so when it's time for you to go and create, you don't have the energy to do it. You're overwhelmed, you're overstimulated, and you're burnt out, and you haven't even gotten started because you just laid down with this man. You gave him your sexual energy. He didn't even reciprocate the energy back because he can't, which is why he needs you. So he's going to keep sucking you of all of your creative energy, all of your passion, everything that you got. He's going to go out into the world and be perfectly fine and live his best life. But you are going to struggle. You're going to be drained, tired, overwhelmed, burnt out, and you're not going to feel like yourself, and you're not going to feel like creating at all, which is why Cardi B has been struggling with getting this album out because she doesn't have any creative energy left for herself. She laid down with that man. And you always wondered, like, what was it that kept Offset? What was it that kept Cardi B and Offset connected? They have like some type of, it's like I feel it could be some type of sexual, I don't know, like they're married, but I don't know what to call it. It's like it's like a sex addiction. It's like it's not even a trauma bond. It's like a sex addiction that Cardi has developed with Offset. So he may be performing sex magic. I don't know. There's different ways that you can perform sex magic. You could call it a soul tie. You could, but it could be a combination of both, a soul tie and sex magic. But he had a hold on her sexually, which was why it was hard for her to let this man go. But at the same time, the very thing that they had when it came to their like sexual attachment was the very thing that was draining her energy. And that's why she couldn't get her album out. So it's like a combination of both: energy vampire, sex magic, soul tie, karmic cycle, karmic marriage. I mean, it's all of that wrapped up in a bow. And now I'm telling you, if she actually leaves this man, we will see an album. We'll see a lot of great things from Cardi B. We will. She was the light in this relationship. She was the personality in this relationship. She is going to flourish. She's going to be like Ken, was it Darren Ken? You know how when they separated, where is Ken? Nobody knows. Same thing with some of these other YouTubers, content creators, and just celebrities. Like no one thinks about that man after the woman disconnects because she's taking her light. She's taking her energy. She's taking her creativity, her passions, her ambitions, her drive, taking it all with her. Same thing with Tiana Taylor. Anybody really checking for Iman? No. Nobody's really checking for him because the light was Tiana Taylor. So one thing that Queen Naja is another one. One thing that you need to realize is as a woman, you can't just keep giving yourself away to men and they will have you think that if you're not bringing anything tangible to the table, that you're not worthy or deserving of anything. But if you were to leave that man's life, it will not be the same. His days will be dark. His days will be long. And he will go looking for you and every other woman that's out here. Okay, Iman and Amber Rose. I don't know what the hell he's seeing that. But he'll go looking for all these other women, looking for that energy source that he had with you, and he will not find it. He won't find it. And so we will see Cardi B elevate from this if she is in fact real about the separation. Because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, breaking that sexual attachment, that soul tie, whatever you want to call it, sex magic, whatever, it is the hardest thing that you have to break. It is. And you know, we're talking about men having sexual discipline, but as a woman, you also have to have sexual discipline too, because it could be the very thing that is self-sabotaging your career. It could be the very thing that's self-sabotaging your entire life. You don't have any sexual discipline. And Cardi B, for a little bit there, it seemed like she didn't, because when she would separate from him, then she would come crawling back. She would even be online saying, oh, I just need some D. I just need some D. I just need some D. I showed y'all the footage. I'm not going to pull the footage. So y'all remember her saying that. So when you are trying to break that sex addiction that you have to that man, some call it being digmatized, whatever you want to call it, right? It requires you to have sexual discipline. And moving forward, once you bump into a situation where you feel like you've been digmatized, or there's this sexual attachment that you have to this man and you can't break it, you will be more selective about who you give your sexual energy to. And once you get back to your own energy and you are completely cut off, like you've cut the source and the attachment to that man, you're going to move forward being very selective, because now you understand the power that you have within yourself as a woman, the power that you hold within your sexual energy, and how that can govern your identity. It can govern your existence. Like I said, it can affect your career, it can affect your entire life. It can affect your emotional well-being. Another reason Cardi B can't ground herself enough to get this album out is because, well, this man got her stressed, got her emotions high, got her just 1 minute she's happy, the next minute she's not. 1 minute she's sad, she's mad, she's yelling and cussing at her fans. The next minute she's hugged up on this man, kissing him in the hospital after she just had his baby. She doesn't have any emotional stability, which is another reason why this album is not out. It's not. And one thing about Cardi B, if you look at her at Fashion Week, if you look at her team, she likes things a certain way. She is a perfectionist. She is not going to release that album until she feels it is complete in the way that she wants it to within her creative mind. I don't know what that is. If you look at Cardi B, from her hair, her makeup, her nails, her fashion, her music videos that she puts on, like the production and everything that goes behind it, she is very particular. So the reason why a lot of you haven't gotten an album too is because, well, it's not done. Like, it's not finished in the way that she wants it to be. You know how she is. So I hope she stays true to this decision of separating herself from this man. And hey, if it took her laying up under another man, if it takes her cheating back, well, I guess it is what it is. I don't condone it, but hey, you know, she's in a situation with a toxic man. And I say this all the time, that in order for you to get back at a toxic man, you have to do something toxic. You can't be nice about it. You can't be sweet about it. You can't take the high road about it. You can't be the bigger person. The only way you can get back at a toxic person, you got to be toxic back. That's why it's hard. You got to be toxic back. That's the only way. And why is it toxic? Because it's an ego thing. It has nothing to do with morals. That's what's killing me about these men that's coming online like, oh my God, I don't know. Like, how could she do that with a baby in her belly? It's not about morals. It's about ego. That's what it's about. It's about feeding that ego. Men should know that very well. Men should know that very well. Men should know that very well. Because the last I checked, single women feel the church. Married men feel the church, but not single men. So men should know that very well. And it's just crazy how all of a sudden these men want to have such high morals, but you don't even go to church. When's the last time you prayed over your food? I have questions. They ain't prayed over their food. They be out kicking it. They don't even bless their bottles before they drink. And they want to sit up here talking about morals. Like, oh, dear, she laid up with a man. And she, shut up. It's annoying. Now, to the men that pray over your food, you bless your bottles, and you go to church and you pray on a regular, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you at all. So, it's just, please shut up. Like, if you don't pray over your food, please shut up.
Games with me? We're going to play them games too. Since you want to fucking threaten me, talking about you want to take my shit?
No.
You want to take my shit because I'm moving on? Move on. Why can't you move on?
He ain't got no money. He don't got no money. He ain't got no money.
It's no fun when mama got the gun, right? It's no fun when I'm slanging pussy, right? Now we're going to court war, right? And I told you, get off my phone. Give a fuck. I'm tired.
Oh, he calling her. Wait a minute. Y'all, I missed this. This is my first time seeing this. So wait, he was calling her while she was on live? Listen. Men like toxic, especially the toxic men. Okay. The men that like toxicity are toxic men. He likes this type of stuff. Offset likes this type of stuff. It makes his relationship interesting because he gets bored. You know, him living the normal life, having a wife, family, kids, that's not interesting to him. But this, he loves it. He gets attention. He gets his ego fed. He gets all of this. The spotlight is back on him because his music ain't doing it. And so what Cardi B has to do is when you're truly dealing with the narc, you can't give him any of your energy. You can't give him any of your attention. You can't even hop on Instagram and talk about him because you are feeding his ego. You're feeding his ego. And another thing that I want to point out too, ladies, like I said, I don't condone what Cardi B is doing because like I said, it's not going to make you feel better. When you come off of the high of feeding your ego, you're going to be stuck in the same spot. Nothing new, nothing has changed. You're going to be stuck in the same spot. So once you go lay with that man, you get done laying with that man and you feed your ego to make you feel better. Once that high comes off, like once the high comes down and, you know, your hormones are back settled down and everything again, you're going to be stuck in the same spot, which I just feel like it's a waste of time. The best way that you can get back at a man, especially a toxic one, is to do better without him in your life. That's it. To move on, to do better, to level up, make more money, look good. Like if you want to get back at that man, stay in the gym, honey. Eat clean. Do your skincare routine. Get on your shit. That's the only way you're going to get back at a man and really hurt him. You going and sleeping with another man, it like he may feel some type of way, but if you really want to hurt him, you're going to get in that gym and you're going to eat clean and you're going to do your skincare. That's what you're going to do. That's what you're going to do. Because a man, what they don't like to hear is from other men, oh, you fumbled that. How did you fumble that? They don't like to hear that. How did you mess that up? You had that and you let that go? Those are the conversations you never hear, but those are the conversations that go on. You're just not around to hear those conversations. So you think the easiest way to hurt them, and it is maybe the quickest way, maybe. Some men don't care. They'll just see you as a 304 and chalk it up to the birds and be like, well, she's a 304. Who cares, right? But if you really want to get back at a man, I mean, like get under his skin, him having dreams, nightmares about your ass at night, you're going to get in that gym. You're going to eat clean. You're going to take care of your skin. You're going to be more selective about who you hanging out with. You're going to step out looking good, oil down, body looking good, smelling good, hair done. You get what I'm saying? If you really want to get back at a man. But getting up under another man, they don't really care about that. I'm sorry. Not in the same way that they would if you were to get away and you were a good woman and you uphold that standard and he missed out on that and then you moved on and you got a better man with more money, you know, that don't hurt. Because if you really want to hurt a man's soul, you get a new man that looks good with more money, Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You're gonna put him in the grave. That's what you're gonna do. He not gonna know what to do with himself. And you go get a man and he got good money and he look good. Ooh, girl, you gonna make him sick. He gonna pass out. He don't know, he ain't gonna know what to do. Okay, let's see.
Yo, let me tell you, this nigga is such a fucking lame. He's so lame, it's not even funny. So we're texting and everything, and he's trying to FaceTime me. He's trying to FaceTime me because he's trying to show me, like, trying to hurt my feelings. He's trying to show me the girls that
wait, hold on, wait. Yes, this should be done on a regular basis. It should. It should. But when you're in a toxic relationship and somebody is draining your energy, there's this thing called falling off. No longer in your mojo. No longer, you may be going to the gym, but you're just going through the motions. You're not really killing your workouts. You got to get back in that energy of being in your mojo when you was on your shit and your body looked good, your skin looked good, your hair looked good, everything about you was just good. But sometimes when you intertwine your energy with a energy vampire, a toxic man, toxicity in general will drain your energy. You're not going to feel as motivated. You're not going to feel as driven when it comes to you getting after it. So I agree. This is something that you should do on a regular, but sometimes you fall off. That's real. Sometimes you fall off, and that's okay. Okay, it's time for you to get back up, and it's time for you to get going again, and it's time for you to get back on your shit so you can get that album out. You know what I'm saying? Or to get that project going, start that business, whatever. Just if you really want to get back at a man, make it personal. You get what I'm saying? You don't make it about the man, you make it about you. Because once you get rid of that dead weight and you get back to focusing on yourself, you done started that business. You done got the body that you want. You look good. You are attracting new people into your life because not only do you look good, you feel good, and people can see that energy. They want to rub elbows with you because you look good, you feel good, you worked on yourself, and you just look better. Who wouldn't want to be around you? Everybody want to be around you. Literally, everybody. So sometimes you fall off. And I feel like Cardi B, I can't say she completely fell off, but before she got pregnant, she was on this incline, and she was on an incline, and she was moving pretty super fast to me. And then she got pregnant. He humbled her. I tried to tell y'all that that's what he did when he did it, but y'all were like, "Oh no, like this is so beautiful." No, he impregnated her because he humbled her. That's what he did. He was like, "Oh, you getting too much attention. You getting too much shine. Like I can only be the superstar in this relationship. I can only be the one in this relationship." So he impregnated her because he humbled her. And I keep trying to tell y'all that when men plot against your life, they plot against you with pregnancy. Pregnancy. We don't be sitting over here saying protect the womb, like just to say it because it sounds good. We're telling you because these men are trapping women with babies and to humble you so that you will sit down, so that you will slow down. And then y'all trying to empower. And I have to say y'all, because I don't empower myself in ways that puts me at a disadvantage. Women try to empower themselves by saying, "Oh, a baby not going to change nothing. A baby changes everything." And men know that. Men know that, which is why they trap you and impregnate you with a baby. So you will sit your ass down because they know it changes things. And we can get into DDG and Halle. So don't be delusional. Like as soon as you find out you're pregnant, you have what? Morning sickness. You don't sleep the same. You may even have other issues that come with pregnancy. You have to take more vitamins and things like that. Everything changes once you find out you're pregnant. Men know that. So women empowering themselves in that way only puts you at a disadvantage. And then for you to be delusional like that, you know who's winning? Not you. The man that trapped you with that baby is winning because he plotted against you and he knew what the hell he was doing when he wanted to impregnate you, and he decided that he was going to impregnate you, and he knew that it was going to slow you down. So impregnate yourself in other ways, like protect your womb. Not, oh, a pregnancy don't change nothing. A pregnancy changes everything. If you want to empower yourself, protect your womb, be selective with who you're having kids with. That's it. That's it. Yeah, like no, thank you. Like he latched on to Cardi B because he saw her potential. And see, we put a lot of focus on seeing a man's potential, right? But what about when a man sees your potential? Before your potential actually sets in, what about when a man sees your potential? Now, listen, not all men see your worth, but that doesn't mean they don't see your potential. They don't see how amazing you are when it comes to your personality, how likable you are, how talented you are, and how big of a personality you have. They see all of that. So we put so much focus, and that's why you got to decenter men. We put so much focus on men, and what they think. Who cares? What about how he's seeing you? He sees that potential. Offset saw the potential in Cardi B. He did. That's why he got with her when he did. Right before she blew up, he was already with her because he knew. He knew. And he was able to see her on, what was it, Love and Hip Hop around that time? He saw her on Love and Hip Hop. Mm-hmm. So stop putting so much focus on men and start thinking about what potential do men see in me when they see me? What do they see in me? Do they see my worth? Start asking yourself those questions.
He been, I guess, fucking or talking to, and it's like, nigga, I don't care. I don't care, nigga. I don't care. At the end of the day, they pussy must not be that good that you was fucking up. You was blowing up my phone all weekend. All weekend.
Y'all, that's why I said goofy number 1 and goofy number 2, because why is she using the N-word? And what's up with these women nowadays using the N-word? And you know who I blame? I blame Black men. Yes, I do. Y'all lay up with these women, y'all have kids with them, and then next thing you know, they calling you the N-word, and they're not Black. They're not Black. This is a Spanish woman using the N-word. That's what I'm saying. Like, I blame y'all. Like, y'all be allowing these women that are not even Black use the N-word, and it's because she feels entitled to it now because she had your baby. Where's the respect? And then you want me to believe that the majority of men who go out and they date non-Black women, you want me to believe that they're really in love? How? Because a self-respecting Black man wouldn't allow a non-Black woman to call them the N-word, period. I'm getting annoyed. Like, I don't want to hear that.
Was blowing on my phone. I blocked you. Even though I know you was gonna go to Atlanta, and I was like, I didn't want to know what you was doing out there. I told you I blocked. You was calling me all private numbers all morning. You was calling my mama, everything. So it's like you trying to get me mad, like, oh, let me show you the bitches I'm fucking. Let me show you the bitches in my DM. I'm gonna hurt her feelings. I don't care. That pussy must not be hitting. That you still calling my shit. Trying to get your lick back, trying to do your big lick back. I don't care. You're fucking lame. And them bitches is lame too. You wanna know why?
And I need Cardi to calm down a little bit. It's not your vagina. It's your energy, sis. It's not your vagina, babe. It's not your vagina. It's your energy. Men know, like, sometimes, and I know some women, you really think it's the wetness, it's the tightness of your vagina. It's not. It's your energy source. He can't get that energy source from everybody, especially if he's out here dealing with 304s. 304s will lay down with a lot of different men, and they give their energy source away a lot. But if you're the type of person, if you're the type of woman where you're more selective, they can't get that same energy source from a 304. I'm just being honest. They have to come back to you because your energy source, you don't just be giving out your energy to everybody. And so if they go lay down with a 304, it's just not the same. It's not the same. And then another thing too, some 304s kind of block themselves off from exchanging energy freely because they're protecting themselves. They're just trying to get the bag. Like, it's not a big deal for them. Like, they're not trying to intertwine their energy and have emotions and feelings and everything like that. They just laying down, getting the bag and going home. So if you're the type of woman, which Cardi B gives me this energy that she's a lover girl, she loves love and love loves her. When she exchanges her sexual energy, she is giving away her energy source. She's not blocking herself off. She's opening herself up. A 304 is blocking herself off. She's not opening herself up. So, of course, he's going to run back to you because he can't get that from a 304. He can get it from you. That's the difference. I don't feel like either woman is in a better position, in my opinion. I feel like y'all are both being used. So it really doesn't matter. Even if you are getting money, I just feel like he's still benefiting the most, which is why he carries this arrogance about himself and he has this inflated ego because he gets off on both of you, honestly. So it doesn't even matter. I don't feel like there's one woman in a better position. Is she Afro-Latina? Is she Afro-Latina or is she Spanish? That's what I want to know.
Because you gotta fuck them bitches in order to get your ego to feel high. You know, I'm too much woman for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm too much of a boss bitch for you. And I've always been too good for you. I've been too good for you. I've been too good for anything that is associated to you. So you gotta fuck other bitches to make yourself feel better. Because I make you feel so low about yourself. Because I don't make you feel like you're that nigga in this home. So that's what you gotta do. So you out here trying to hurt my feelings because you fucking the next bitch. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Because them hoes pussy ain't good enough that I be having you crashing out all weekend. You was mad happy today when I fucking called you today. And the only reason why I called you today is because I'm trying to change my son's school and I need your approval. Other than that, nigga, fuck you. I don't care. Fuck the world. Fuck my ops. I'm gonna fuck your ops. That's why I'm fucking your ops. Yeah, of course, because you don't move with integrity. You're not a street nigga. That's what you do. That's what you do. Oh, I'm gonna go fuck your ops. Boo hoo, nigga. I don't give a fuck. You can fuck my ops. You can fuck my friends, nigga. I don't give a shit. You're a lame to me, and you will never equate to me. And it's crazy that I even let you even play with me for such a fucking long time, because you're not even
Okay, the comments are kind of mixed. It seems like a lot of people feel differently about the conversation. But listen, we're not about to get into all of that. I just don't like it when people use the N-word. Okay, like I really don't. And it's becoming this thing where I see more non-Black women or people that don't come from the Afro-American community using the N-word more than anybody. And that's alarming for someone that has a history with that word. And I'm not talking about the N-word with the A at the end. I'm talking about the N-word with the hard R at the end. And I just don't like hearing it. It's like we're at an age where it's like, please stop using that language because it's not endearing. It's not. And then when y'all do use it, you're using it to put it in a way of to speak down on a person that is Black. And now we have allowed that. So I just don't like it. I don't like it. And if you don't have any cultural ties to that word, you wouldn't be using it either. But I see the people that are using it, you don't have any cultural ties to it. So of course you're using it freely because you don't see anything wrong with that. So I don't know. It's just, it's unsettling.
Real right nigga for me. I make you look good, nigga. Fuck you. Look at the bitch I'm fucking. Fuck you. I don't care. Look at the bitches that I'm fucking. I'm gonna fuck all your ups. I'm gonna fuck. Matter of fact, oh, look at this. I don't want to see it. So what? You was gonna fuck them anyways, nigga. All you gotta do is get fucking drunk. And them bitches gonna throw you that pussy for 2,000. Bitches gotta survive out here. Bitches gotta survive out here, nigga. Oh, now I'm gonna fuck them bitches. Now I'm gonna fuck bitches. Okay, you could do that. You was gonna do it regardless. You go to a club and you probably get drunk. You give them bitches 2,000 and you was gonna fuck them regardless. Them hoes gotta survive. These hoes is hungry out here. We in a recession, baby. Them hoes gotta get fucked. They gotta get paid. Do that. I don't care. I don't care. Oh, I'm gonna watch what I'm gonna do to you. Watch what I'm gonna this, that, blah, blah, blah.
And you know what? I just need to put this on record because, like, you know, people be like, Yoni, it's red pill. I would rather be a 304 to be red pill. All right. And the reason is because men contradict themselves a lot. Okay. They're not someone I would follow behind because they contradict themselves. A 304, she gonna keep it a bean with you. She gonna tell you what it is and what it's not. Men contradict themselves. They lie a lot. They say one thing and they do the opposite. They say they speaking the truth, but they really not. It's manipulation. You get what I'm saying? A 304 is gonna tell you what it is and what it's not. So if I had to pick between red pill and 304, I'm going with the 304. Period. So please dead that shit. Okay. Please. Let's move on. All right. This is not to gang up on the 304s. Honestly, like I don't care. And the reason why I don't care is because men will sit up online and complain about 304s and then be subscribed to a girl that has an OnlyFans, or will lay up late at night and jack off in their hand in a sock with lotion watching a 304. Or better yet, right? I'm at a bar. When I was in Arizona, I'm at a bar and there were 3 married white men that came up to me and another single Black girl and were entertaining us at the bar. And guess what they was doing? Complaining about their wives. One had a pregnant wife at home with a 1-year-old and he's sitting up at the bar complaining to us about his life. I'm always choose the 304s over the red pillars because they don't make sense. They don't. And you can learn a lot from the 304s. You can learn a lot with the mistresses of the world. You can actually learn a lot about men because they tend to let their defenses down, let their guards down, and you actually get to hear how they really feel about their wives and the choices that they make to lay down and have a family, and how they want to sit at the bar and complain about that shit to me. A single 32-year-old woman with no kids. Yeah, that makes me so excited for marriage. Seriously? Yeah, I kid you not, it was a real life story. Real life story. I was like, why are you sitting at the bar complaining to me about your wife that you impregnated not once, but twice, and back to back, by the way, because the 1-year-old, he showed me a picture in his phone of what the 1-year-old looked like. And then he was talking about his wife being pregnant. So I'm just like, sir, go home and live the life based off of the choices that you make, and just leave me alone.
You already done it all. You already done it all. You already done it all. You done it all.
I said men are the real.
You done it all. You done it all. Nothing surprises me anymore.
Man.
Nothing surprises me. You done it all. So I don't care. I don't. Thank you for my kids, though. All 3 of them. I don't regret none of them. But I regret you. I don't regret my kids. You're good, daddy. You all right. I don't regret them. None of them. Not none of them. But fuck you. I regret you. I'm too good for you. I've always been too good for you. You know I'm too good for you, nigga. And I don't ever. I never even wanted to get on the social media because I don't want to turn off the next nigga off, because this is not my type of shit.
You know, I don't like entertaining when women come online to blast they man. And the reason is because, but you was laid up with him though. You was laid up with him. You was laid up with him. And that's the thing. Like, I need women to start taking their L's quietly. Because you will come online and you will bash a person that you was laid up with, and you just talking, just dogging them out. But you had them in your life. You had them in your bank account. You had them in your bed. You was cooking and cleaning. You was probably slobbing on that knob. And now you want to come online and bash them to death? Make it make sense. It's embarrassing. It's just... It is. And women need to stop doing it because you're embarrassing yourself. We already know that the man ain't shit. We could have told you that from a mile away. But now you want to come online and expose how much you put up with, how much you tolerated. That's an embarrassment on yourself because it lacks self-respect. It lacks self-love. Do you even love yourself? Because the things that you blasting them about, I will never forget. This is when I woke up. I think it was it Super Scent? But she was like, Louis, you didn't have no driver's license, Louis? I was like, you was out here dealing with a man with no driver's license? No car? Because she was like, Louis, you didn't have no driver's license. Louis, you didn't have no car. And you was out here dealing with a man that didn't. So ladies, I need you to understand, when you think about coming online blasting someone, I need you to think about how that is also a reflection of yourself. Okay? Because you was out here dealing with a bum and you're a multi-millionaire. Like, what sense does that make? Who's the fool here? Is it you or him or both? You're both goofy. Goofy 1 and goofy 2. So please, before you come online blasting a man, think about how many times you gave that man a chance and how many things you overlooked before you go trying to expose someone online. It makes you look crazy. Like, somebody needs to tell y'all that, because I'm tired of sitting through these story times and I'm like, you put up with that, 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 and that, and that, and that, and that. God damn, like, when was it? Was you ever just like, damn, this is too much? Come on now. Yeah, like, she told on herself loud too. And she thought she was doing something, and she wasn't. She was just embarrassing herself.
Shit. This is not my type of shit. I don't ever want the next nigga to ever think that I'm a messy bitch. But you want to be a messy nigga and do petty shit because you hurt? All right, we gonna do it then. Let's go lick for lick. Let's go round for round. Let's go hit for hit. Fuck you. I told you, leave me the fuck alone.
I'm gonna move on, y'all. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on. Y'all, I do silent cutoffs. I don't have nothing to say. I said everything I needed to say. So let's move on Oh, wait. I forgot to use Instagram. Wait a minute. This is what had me hot, y'all. The men, they was about to have the 2020, 2021, 2022 era of Yoni come back because this really irritated my soul. That's why I don't be on my other Instagram account because I'm like, y'all not about to trigger me in my house. Listen to this man.
Whores. And I'm gonna just say it. The amount of you dirty whores that jumped on the internet and championed and saluted and applauded a woman sleeping with somebody else while she's pregnant with somebody's child. They need to take all of you whores and put you on a deserted island, not named New York City, and drop a nuke on that motherfucker.
We have no leadership at the moment, so.
Like you whores that jumped out there, I hope it was big too. I hope it was big. And I hope y'all are that is the most, and again, I'm on the side of saying Cardi, that and did has nothing to do with that statement.
I think you're giving her a lot of grace.
I'm going to give her all the grace because I don't even want to believe that Cardi, because I don't think that Cardi is that type of person. Is she from the streets? 100%. Is she a hustler? Did she have to do things growing up as a young woman in the city to make money and take care of herself? Yes, she did. But do I think that Cardi, where she is in her life now and the success and the money she has now, that she would be pregnant, knowingly pregnant, and sleep with another dude? I don't think Cardi would do that. Now, do I think now do I think
she probably fucked someone before she knew she was pregnant?
Now, do I think she would say and did in response to that what Offset said, but be lying about doing it? I think she would do that too, just to hurt Offset, just to kind of him up. The amount of whores, and I'm gonna just say it, the amount of you dirty.
You know what irritates me with this entire situation with this raggedy man is that we don't ever see this type of energy when it's a man out here doing some foul shit behind a woman. We see men, oh, you need to tolerate it. You need to put up with that shit. Excuse me? Where's the whore slander there? There's no whore slander when it's a man out here being a whore. That's why I said if they don't have no sexual discipline, they gay. And we need to stop being in denial about that. We do. They are gay. We need to call it what it is. No sexual discipline, you're gay. Just like she's a whore. All these whores, you're gay. If you don't have any sexual discipline, you're gay. That's what I'm about to start saying. You was laid up with her, you got a high body count. And the reason, and we're going to get into it, the reason why they're gay is because, well, once you have enough of one thing, you're going to want to try something else because you're bored. You're bored. The vagina, it's not enough anymore. You need something different because you done ran through all of these women. What was it, 500, 300? Now you're at a sexual deviant level where the vagina ain't enough. Okay, that's why Jasmine Brown was up here taking it up the ass and she didn't like how it felt because Cam is one of those men. I say, yeah, he's one of those men. That's why Jasmine is like, I'm just here to serve. I'm here to serve. You're here to serve that man into his true identity, sis. You're the gateway for that. Because you're not going to be enough. He's going to have to go to another woman and another woman and another woman and another woman. And then eventually it's going to click. Oh, you know what? I'm just not satisfied anymore. I need something else. I need something different. I need something new. This is just it's regular. So that's what I'm saying. It's like when men don't have any sexual discipline, when do you cut yourself off from that? Because you can go knock down as many women as you want, but eventually it's going to get to a point where that one woman that you knock down and it just doesn't do it for you, you're going to slip and slide with some baby oil, according to P. Diddy, into a back alley. Yeah, that's it. You're going to slip and slide and somehow end up in a back alley, butt naked with Meek Mills and the rest of his friends. And then you're just going to see what happens after that. That's what's going to happen. Because if you've been listening to these men, that's the thing with the P. Diddy situation, That's what it's exposing. And this has been happening under women's noses for decades, centuries. I mean, if you watch those monarch shows, because you know, I love a good monarch show. You know, the men in the monarch shows with the dangling earrings, and yes, they all wear the dangling earrings. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the little dangling earrings. They be having secret relationships with the king. And when you think about it, right? You think about a man that's in power, like a king. He can have as many women as he wants, as many women as he pleases. He can go to the village and pick a woman. He can pick a woman in court. He can sleep with whatever woman he wants to be with because he's the man in power. But eventually, when that man in power goes through all of the women in his village, all of the women in court, somehow he ends up with a man in his bed. And I always look at those monarch shows like, was this really happening? Or is this like modernized? You know, because monarch times, they happened centuries ago. So what are they trying to tell us? What is Hollywood trying to tell us is that a king, a man in power, can have whatever woman that he chooses. But eventually, it's not enough. Is that what they're saying? Is that what P. Diddy is saying? All of these men in power that we see, Drake, Meek Mill. And is that why they get into younger people? I have to say people at this point. People. Because, well, they did the women that they were in the same age group with. Then they did younger but legal. Then they did older, unsatisfied. And then they had to go beneath the legal age. And then once they go beneath the legal age, still not satisfied, right? Then they go to the other side. That's just me reading the situation for what we are seeing right now. So that's what I'm getting. Y'all let me know if I got that wrong. Because if I got it wrong, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Because let me show you this. Yeah. I mean, follow what I'm saying. Okay, so this is a celebrity bodyguard. His name is Big Homie CC. And he talks about being a bodyguard for people, men in the industry. And this is what he had to say.
Case touched on, bro. But here's another thing though. Like I bodyguard this guy who was a pimp before, and he told me, he said, look, if a man have too much of one thing, he start trying other things. So as soon as I heard that, I went celibate for like 2 years. Because I ain't even trying to have like, bro, I think a lot of things is evil. And in the music industry, you see a lot of things that's evil. And they'll tell you crazy because you don't agree with it. I've seen this. All of this stuff that's coming out, I've been saying it, bro. I've been saying it. That's why I started taking gigs. And I'm bringing the guys with me. Because like, all right, I don't want to be the only straight guy in here. See what I'm saying? At the same time, if something happened, if you on a team with like 5 security dudes, they might be 7 feet tall, but they 5 feet tall in their heart. But a lot of them be soft, scary. They not.
I don't think y'all heard that man. Hold on, wait a minute. Okay, he said he bodyguard for a pimp one time, and this is what the pimp told him.
Somebody finna get their case touched on, bro. But here's another thing though. Like I bodyguard this guy who was a pimp before, and he told me, he said, look, if a man have too much of one thing, he start trying other things. So as soon as I heard that, I went celibate for like 2 years. Because I ain't even trying to have like, bro, I think a lot of things is evil. And in the music industry, you see a lot of things that's evil. And they'll tell you crazy because you don't agree with it. I've seen this. All of this stuff that's coming out, I've been saying it, bro. I've been saying it. That's why I started taking gigs. And I'm bringing the guys with me. Somebody finna get their case touched on, bro. But here's another thing though. Like I bodyguard this guy who was a pimp before. And he told me, he said, look, if a man have too much of one thing, he start trying other things. So as soon as I heard that, I went celibate for like 2 years. Because I ain't even trying to have like, bro.
The man said he went celibate for 2 years. He went celibate for 2 years. So like I said, the man doesn't have sexual discipline. If a man don't have sexual discipline, all right, let's get into because that's what the P. Diddy situation is exposing. All right. Is it shocking that children are involved in the situation? No, it is not. It's not.
Violence in it.
By the way, this is Drake's publicist, but he's an industry publicist. He's worked with several different men in the industry. And let's just see what he has to say. And you know, it's crazy because we live in a culture, right? And it influences men to not have any sexual discipline. Women have to have all the sexual discipline, but men don't have to have any at all. But what if your lack of sexual discipline as a man leads you into the other side? Is that where you really want to go? Let's see.
For you to even say, "Oh, I'm gonna turn around from this and go a different way,"
and by the way, y'all, this man is shifty because he's scared. Like his energy is so scared, and it's kind of interesting because he has this Drake poster in the back, and I don't know why. I don't know if it is. I don't know. It gives symbolism to me, but I don't know what the symbolism could mean.
shows that God already had an impact on you, because at that moment you had a moment of clarity. You realized, you know, things are getting dark, and this is the reason, because I've involved myself in this.
Correct. Yeah. Yes.
Now, I want to get into some important things that you said in the interview, specifically that the man you have behind you.
I did.
In the interview you did with Jaguar Wright, you messaged me and you told me that Jaguar claimed that she believed Drake was somehow involved in this home invasion situation.
That's correct. So I was working with two people. I was working with Boosie Badass, and I was working with Drake. And I was working with Drake through a situation that I can't talk about so freely. But yes, I was involved in a situation with Drake that is out there really heavy in the media. So when she said that, because 3 people pled guilty.
Did Drake hire you directly, or was it Drake's baby mother?
It was Drake's baby mother. And then it was also when it's like she hires me and then I'm working for Drake and I'm dealing with his lawyer and stuff like that.
And I know you can, like you said, you can't release what
Both.
you were working with him for essentially.
Both.
But this is around what time? What year?
This was right when the home invasion, 2017.
2017, around that time. Okay.
April.
Okay, continue. Sorry about that. Just wanted
Yeah, so I was working with both.
All right.
But I never thought that, you know, Drake, because as I said, 3 people pled guilty and went to prison. But weird things would keep happening with law enforcement. Weird things that were very powerful, right? That were unexplainable, because there was another person that for sure should have been indicted. And this other person was dating one of the people who went to prison.
Is that why Jaguar Wright thinks that Drake might have something to do with it?
Jaguar Wright said so because she had found something on the dark web, because she's been through some trauma herself, is what led her to believe that. When she said that in the interview, it was completely shocking for me, because I never even thought that. I knew that I was dealing with something so powerful. And it's not like Drake would I don't think Drake would, contact somebody and say that. But it's his, like, he's so powerful and he generates so much money that, like I said, they have handlers, they have managers, they have lawyers, they have stuff. Somebody was doing something, and I don't want to say him at all, right? Because I don't necessarily, believe that, but somebody connected to him for sure. So, but then something else happened. Somebody who watched the interview pointed out Drake's lyrics to the song. If you want to pull them up, you can.
N-word scared to come towards us, gotta run from us. Louisville, hush money for my young gunners.
Okay, let's stop there. The Louisville hush money. I was in Louisville. That's very far from Toronto or anything else I had. It's a small town, Louisville, Kentucky. And he says, Louisville, what does he say after that?
Hush money for my young gunners.
And the hush money would be probably the situation with his baby mama. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Okay. And then he says the gunners, it was an armed robbery.
Yeah.
And then he says,
pick Patinos, I take them to strip clubs and casinos. Stack of C notes, get all your N-words scratched like Primo.
So getting scratched, obviously he's getting killed.
Mm-hmm.
The strippers are, and the casinos are, when I gave him my debit cards, because we're just trying to survive. And so I gave him, like, my right PIN number.
Yeah.
And my credit card, because I remember the police were like, well, why would you do that? Because I'm thinking, well, maybe he's going to go right down the street in St. Matthews and make sure that the PIN number works. And so then he's going to come back and tell us, because there's 2 people in there.
Hold on, let me
We never talked about it. Right. So they just assume because it's like, where did this information come from?
So
maybe Drake, when he was dropping that Sandra Rose album, that's the Scorpion album cover behind me, where the Sandra Rose album is. I mean, what the Sandra Rose song is, maybe that was him letting me know, like, you know, ha ha ha, you know,
showing his power. No, I get exactly what you're saying. If for the audience, as I already explained earlier in the video, the pattern is there. It all lines up perfectly. If Drake possibly thought you were the only person with this information, or the only person that could have leaked this information, in his mind, I see it intimidation towards you. Him, a way to say Diddy in the industry or more P Diddy's in the industry from your time at the industry.
P Diddy he's a one-on-one. Like the fact that we call him P Diddy and Puff Daddy and Puffy and Sean Combs and all the different variations. He's a one-on-one with like his like level of freak offs. And his was like, he did it for so long because he's doing it out in the open. He's got a 40-foot bed in his backyard and people are, jumping on it. And he's having these freak off parties with like a lot of people involved. And then they got bigger and bigger. Like they found, thousands of bottles of like lubricant, literally.
Baby oil.
Yeah. So like, I think he was just all out in the open. Like, I can do whatever I want. I think the other people that are doing it are much more careful, much more calculated, and are much more wicked.
So they're in there. That's exactly my question. My question is,
Right.
is there are more people that you believe
Yes.
that are still behaving like Diddy?
Yeah.
But understand this.
And I would say with what I do know for a fact, not alleged, but DJ Khaled is bisexual. And Jay-Z has also participated in bisexual activities.
Would you want to say allegedly for your safety?
There's no, I would say allegedly, if it was allegedly. DJ Khaled, 100% has been involved, and he's bisexual. I did a show called One Shot, and he was in Miami, and he was open with the guy that he was with. He was gay, and I don't understand what happens there where, because nobody said anything to me like, hey, make sure you don't, go out and say this on record. Make sure you don't say this, da 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 da. So it's weird that would still be hidden. That seems like that should be a fact that DJ Khaled, at least in 2016, was definitely bisexual.
Okay, and we're good.
And Jay-Z is without question bisexual.
Okay, I agree with you. I know.
Jay-Z's mom is gay.
Jay-Z's mother?
Yeah, she's gay openly.
Okay, I'll have nothing against any person's preference, but in the industry, they like to hide this, specifically in hip hop. They're trying to make this normal now. They're trying to push it on so it can be more accepted within the hip hop community. But the reason why they want to keep this from the public is because they're pushing this gangster, tough guy, manly of all men persona. And if it were to come out that they were not the manly of men, so I think that's the reason why they hide it. But I 100% believe that these people are bisexual, gay, and I believe that, like I said, the Freemasons, they don't see themselves as men. They see themselves as gods. That's what the 33rd degree literally represents. It represents enlightenment. It represents reaching the level of a god. And most people will say that God is genderless, even though in Christianity, God is a man, essentially a man type of being. But in the Kabbalist way that they look at these things, they see man and woman as one. It's called the great androgyne. If I'm mispronouncing, I'm sorry. But it's alchemy in the sense where the femininity and the masculinity come together to create one being, which is a god. And that's literally what Masonry teaches. So I wouldn't be surprised if 90% of these people in the industry at the level of Jay-Z, Drake, Kendrick Lamar, Kanye West, all of these people at the top, if they're into this kind of thing, because I personally believe, and I've personally proven hundreds of times, that you just cannot get to that level without being a part of that club. Would you agree with that?
I definitely would agree. Right. And listen, as you're saying this, and I'm thinking about the DJ Khaled situation, that TV show, it's on BET right now. It's called One Shot. And I left. There's like stories out there where I left One Shot, and I said that I left One Shot to be because I was reunited with my birth parents, and that's not really. I mean, that is the truth. But the reason why I left because the whole was gay. RZA is bisexual. Sway Calloway is bisexual. Who else was out there? DJ Khaled was bisexual. It was like one big, gay party that was all like closeted and like weird. That's why I left, because for the exact same things that you said. Like people have their own preferences. People have their own beliefs. I know a lot of people. So I know a lot of.
So I guess what I'm getting from all of this, a better word would be bisexual, but they're not straight. And what's crazy is no one would care. I don't think anyone would care if they were bisexual, gay, whatever, because they're open about it. It's the closeted ones that we have an issue with, because they're putting the health risk of women. They're putting the health of women at risk. Even their children, though, because, men will sit up on this app and talk about, oh, how could Cardi B go lay down with another man with a baby in her belly? But it's like men lay down with other women and then go back to the pregnant woman and sleep with her unprotected, and then sleep with the other woman unprotected, or the other man unprotected. So that's what I'm saying. It's like my irritation with discourse on social media right now is men get away with so much, yet you'll have people online like, oh, you're trying to bring the black man down. The black man brought himself down because, let me get into it. I'm gonna get into it. What I don't see anyone talking about when it comes to P. Diddy and all of these black men, they're trying to take the black man down. The black man took himself down because he trusted these people. You were always in position to take the fall, baby. I'm sorry. They played you. That's what they did. They took the black man that was dumb enough to believe that, oh, I'm going to give you a fair shot. I'm going to give you a fair chance. But really, I'm going to give you some money, give you some drugs, give you access to men, women. You're going to work for the Fed as well. You're going to be fed like Kanye said. And I'm going to put you right in that position to take the fall so I don't have to. That's why Malcolm X did not trust them, because they were like, I'm not getting a fair seat at the table. I'm getting a place at the table, and I'm supposed to be the gate. And then I'm supposed to be the gatekeeper, but I'm the gate, meaning if all hell breaks loose, I'm the one that's going to take the fall. And that's what we're seeing with P. Diddy. That's what we're seeing with P. Diddy. And then the snitch thing, the whole, in black culture, we don't snitch, we don't snitch. Why do you think they go and they pull these men out of these neighborhoods and they make them famous? They can make anybody famous. They can make anybody interesting. They have the power to do that. But why do they choose those type of men with those type of mentalities? Why do they go after the men with those type of mentalities to make them famous? Why do you think they do that? Jay-Z, he used to sell drugs, but somehow he got out of that easily. He was able to transition out of that lifestyle into this other lifestyle, this elevated lifestyle where he can sit at tables with chairmen and CEOs of like NFL teams and can pick and choose what artists can go and perform at the Super Bowl and things like that. So how do you think he got that seat at the table? And that's what I'm saying. Like, are people really seeing what's being exposed, or are you only paying attention to the gossip and just the information? But do you know what it really says? It really says that Black people will never have a seat at the table. You will always be the person to take the fall. That's it. That's your role. That's your position. And play it correctly. And if you don't play it correctly, you'll be replaced. That's it. Is human trafficking shocking when it comes to this? No. Slavery never went anywhere. Slavery didn't go anywhere. It's human trafficking now. Wake up. So y'all keep saying, oh, I don't understand. Why is the Black man, why are they after the Black man was always going to take that fall. It was never going to be the white man that's going to do it. You thought he was going to take the fall? No, he wasn't going to take the fall. He used your dumb ass, so he put you right in position, right there. Just in case anything go wrong, you going to take that fall. And you can't snitch. Because if you snitch, then your family, you'll have to worry about their safety. So come on. They have handlers. And you know who they made the handlers? Black men. So they don't have to get their hands dirty. But you know who was out here getting their hands dirty? P. Diddy. And he had a choice. He didn't have to get his hands dirty, but he chose to get his hands dirty. So that was a choice that he made. I don't see anyone making this connection. It's all about bringing the Black man down. The Black man brought himself down when he made a dirty deal. He should have never made that deal. It was stupid. And then we grew up. And this is another thing too. And yes, I'm going to add it in here. Remember when Kevin Samuels, he was alive, and you had Black men on the loudest platforms making fun of Big Mama, Big Shirley, you know, the prayer warriors of the Black community. Y'all not protected no more. So part of it is spiritual warfare, where you out there on your own. Big Mama ain't coming to save and pray and have you back. You're on your own. So yeah, you're going to see a lot of Black men fall, but it's due to their own demise though. Nobody told them to make that dirty deal. And then we grew up. We grew up around Big Mama. We grew up around Big Shirley. She would make those big warm meals for us. And she always warned us that we can never do what they do, because the accountability will always be harder on us than them. And you still sat there and you made that dirty deal. That was dumb. That wasn't smart. That was stupid. That was dumb. Why would you do that? So the Kevin Harts, the Jay-Z's, the P. Diddy's, I don't feel bad. I'm like, you made your choice. You made your bed, you lay in it. You reap what you sow. It is what it is. It is what it is. You got too close. You got too comfortable. You got too sucked into their culture and how they do things, and you forgot you was black. That's what you forgot. That you was black. You forgot. You was eating good. You was just doing the absolute most. And now that things are starting to come out in the open, who you think is going to take the fall? It's not going to be them. It's going to be you. And that's how it's always set up to be. So you thought you was a part of a secret club and you was gatekeeping, but really you was the gate. They never let you in. You was just the gate. You were the guard dog. You were just there to protect them if anything went wrong. And now that everything's going wrong, all we see is black men falling left and right. We're just seeing them fall. Duh, that's how it's supposed to be. And that's why Malcolm X said, it's not what you think. We should not integrate with them. That's what he said. And everyone was against him. Like, why? You don't believe in equality? You don't believe that they was never playing fair? That's what that meant. They never played fair with us. So we're just gonna keep seeing all of these black men fall. Should have never made the dirty deal.
You know, gay Christians. And then I know a lot of people, like the church that my family started, that would be like, there's no way that you could be a gay Christian. There's no way you could be gay and also be a Christian at the same time. And I've done projects that are, you know.
Oh, and I forgot. TD Jakes. TD Jakes. That's all let's keep going. TD Jakes.
Supportive of LGBT, but it was all out in the open. The one shot thing that I did with DJ Khaled and Sway Calloway and RZA of the Wu-Tang Clan was also gay and also hidden, and it was annoying and it was so weird because it's everything that you're talking about. Just like, you know, be gay. Like,
I'm going to say it again.
Yeah.
He confirms that all of these people are bisexual. Also, Rick Ross, bisexual. Now, before somebody hop in the comment section and say, "Oh my gosh, why is that so important? Why do you all care so much about what another person is doing in the privacy of their own bedroom? Why do you care who they're attracted to?"
We don't.
You all are missing the forest for the trees. This is not about if a person is really one way when they're another way. It's not about that. It's about what's the bigger picture here. If you got a person like Drake, if you got a person like Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, who, by the way, Jonathan Hayes says in this interview, it was open information that DJ Khaled was a bisexual man. He also says that Sway Callahan from Sway in the Morning is a bisexual man. He says that RZA from the Wu-Tang Clan is a bisexual man. He says that Jay-Z is a bisexual man. This is important to know for a few reasons. You have people in 2024 like Lil Nas X, like Frank Ocean. You have, I forget the other guy who was having beef with DJ Academics earlier this year. You have openly gay men who are in the industry. You say, well, in 2024, no one cares, but they do. Because I want you to just consider something. If you have people in the industry who are actually bisexual and have participated in bisexual situations like P. Diddy, he says that P. Diddy is bisexual, which I don't think is hard for anybody, especially a lot of you. I don't want to say simple.
Wait a minute. I want to add this too. Girl, we getting deep. Did y'all miss me? Did you miss me? I also want to add too. So y'all know that stunt that Shannon Sharp pulled on his Instagram Live. Now y'all know why that man did that. Y'all know why that man did that. Y'all know why he did that. Them gay rumors was getting too close to him. That's why. So he had to pull that stunt on his Instagram. And then he was better off just he put out a statement. His team put out a statement. He was better off just leaving it at that. But then he decided to get on his podcast and try to clear it up, right? And I don't make fun of men and their sexuality because it brings harm to me if I do. It will not allow a man to be comfortable in his skin. And I want men to be comfortable in their skin. None of this information really bothers me outside of the children that are involved. The children that are involved, men need to be held accountable for that. So outside of that and the drugging and the essays that are outside of that, right? What you decide to do as a man with your body, that's your choice. I'm not here to police you. I really don't care. And I don't even feel like it's my business. Like, it's your intimacy, it's your life. That's you. That's what you have going on. As long as it doesn't hurt people, it doesn't involve children, I'm not gonna hold it against the man if that's what he's really into. It's not. But who has a bigger issue with it is other men. And it's crazy because Black women, you know, they like to say that we're homophobic. And I'm like, no, we actually are very supportive of men who are swinging that way. Like we are. Now, are there some Black women out here that are homophobic? Yes, there are. But I feel like men have more support in that area than they have from other men. Women support you more in that area than other men. So why did Shannon Sharpe feel the need to prove to his audience of men, and his audience of men, keep in mind, comes from ESPN, football, sports, right? Why would he feel the need to prove his sexuality to them by creating that fake hack on his IG Live? Why would he feel the need to do that? Why would he feel the need to do that? He's not trying to prove to women that he's knocking down women so he can get more women. He's trying to prove to his audience of men that he gained his followers, his supporters, his fans from ESPN, and him playing sports and being really good at it. He's trying to prove to them, because in the space of football, sports, hip hop, rap, they don't accept that. They don't accept it. They don't accept that type of behavior. They don't accept that type of lifestyle. They don't accept it. So they go above and beyond to prove that they don't swing that way when they probably do. Because it may, at first, when these gay rumors started like circulating about Shannon Brown, I really thought it was just the internet picking on a Black man that just happened to be different. But after he pulled that stunt, and after he started selling merch, it was like My Michelle or something like that. I think that's when I was like, oh, you really down low. That's when it hit me, because I was giving him passes like, oh, he's just different. Like, they're just picking on him because he's different. And I relate to that. I relate to that as a Black woman. Like, I'm different too. So people put me in weird categories that just don't make sense. I've been accused of being lesbian. Like, because I'm different. So I get put in categories that don't really represent who I am. Like, it's not my truth. But after he went to this extent of trying to prove himself to his audience and his fans, that's when I was like, it's giving down low. It's giving down low. It wasn't until the stunt, y'all. And even when the stunt happened, I was still trying to rationalize. But then when I saw the merch, I was like, oh no, he down low. He's down low, y'all. He is down low. Thank you, Shannon. He's down low. So it was just he put a lot into it. So these are my opinions, y'all. This is conspiracy theories. This is just my opinion, conspiracy theories. I have to say that on a platform because I just do. So my opinion, my conspiracy theories. But I do find it interesting that he pulled that stunt, and then all of these allegations are coming out regarding P. Diddy, and also rumors are being told about a lot of the men in the industry, you know, and he pulled that stunt. So let's not forget that that's what that man did. And he went to the extremist levels to do it.
Minded, but a lot of you people who don't look into things a lot deeper than just the physical and look at it from a spiritual perspective, I think it was obvious for years that this man was bisexual. But if you're in a time where people don't care and it's acceptable, but and you still choose to not be open about it publicly.
I know Lil Nas X is like, so like, I don't like any of his music, right? But he's out there and open. And you want to talk about like dark, wild stuff that he's promoting? Like, it seems like he's, you know, satanic as they come. Frank Ocean.
You see,
you know
what you're mentioning though,
right?
You're mentioning the people that they're putting in place to try to normalize this within hip hop.
Right.
You do see that, right?
Yes.
Lil Nas X, his purpose was to bring down that barrier.
I also want to talk to the parents for a sec too, because this really opened my eyes, right? Has it reached y'all's subconscious yet that we've all been groomed by the media? Has it reached your subconscious yet that we've been groomed since we were children? Our parents were groomed since they were children, and so forth. Has it hit yet? Because baby, it didn't hit me. I don't look at the TV the same. I don't listen to music the same because we have all been groomed by the media. And they target children. So they targeted us when we were kids. They targeted our parents when they were kids. They targeted our grandparents when they were kids. And they were programming our minds to normalize certain things, right? They're doing the same thing while also out here behind the scenes touching children, baby. Like, it's crazy. Like, my mind is still trying to wrap my head around all of this because it's like, damn, I was groomed. I was groomed. I've been groomed. My parents were groomed. We were all groomed. And then you hear about Justin Bieber. My heart goes out to him. My heart goes out to him. Like, the things that I was seeing when I was a young girl, watching him, looking back, I'm like, why was that so normal to me when I was younger? Why did I overlook these things when I was younger? Why did I not think it was weird that Justin Bieber was hanging around these adults after hours, sleeping over? Like, why did I allow that to be normal in my mind? And then it hit me that I was a kid. I was being entertained. I didn't know the difference between entertainment in real life and boundaries and what's appropriate and what's not appropriate because I was just watching to be entertained. But I never understood, Usher too, I never understood that boundaries are in place when it comes to an adult and children. Those lines do not blur. But for whatever reason, when I was watching Justin Bieber, and I remember Justin Bieber more than I remember Usher because I was too young to really remember Usher. I'm learning more about Usher through the discourse online. But why was that like? Why was it so normal? Like, I saw a video where Justin Bieber was being kissed by grown women. I don't even remember. I think it was Katy Perry, maybe. I don't remember who it was, but like being kissed on, being touched, like they was touching his butt when he was like underage and everything. And we as a society didn't say anything. We didn't question anything. And it really hit me. We were groomed. We were groomed by Hollywood. We've been groomed. Was it Pink? Katy Perry, Pink? We have been groomed by Hollywood. We have been groomed by the media. We have been programmed. That's why when we look back at certain things that we overlooked, it was because that was normal. That was normal. That was normal. And now that we're waking up with the new age of Aquarius, we're seeing things for what they are. We're not looking at things the same. And so now we're like, oh my God, did we witness someone being sexually harassed or sexually assaulted? Yeah, we did. That's what we witnessed. We witnessed it. And we laughed at it. We witnessed Justin Bieber being sexually harassed on national television, and we normalized that. And he was just a kid. And it was because we were groomed. That's the truth. We were groomed. All of us. Like, so it's like you can take your frustrations out on people and stuff, but it really won't even make sense because it's like, how would you have known if it was normal at that time? It was normal to us. A lot of things. And then have you started questioning the things that are around you right now that you consume on a daily basis that's probably not the healthiest, and it's normal to you right now? And will you look back on it 10 years, 20 years from now and think, why did we normalize that? I think about stuff like that.
Purpose is to make it normal, not for the generations where you come from or the generations where I come from, because they're not going to turn. That's not going to work with them. But it's for the new generation that's emerging now.
Which also you aren't open about it in your music, and your music don't reflect that. In fact, your music, like a Jay-Z, has notoriously reflected the street lifestyle, gangster lifestyle, tough guy, promoting drug use, disrespecting women, the whole worldly lifestyle. if you got a person like Drake, who maybe for some of you is a lot easier for you to believe that, but that's even interesting to think about, because even though Drake goes out his way to put on fingernail polish and all these different things that he's been doing, yet and still this man has never come out and said he likes men, ever. Portrays himself to be a heterosexual man. What does that implicate? It implicates something deeper. And that's the validity, the credible argument that Freemasons run the industry. And Freemasons run the industry, and I'm under the belief that they run the country. It implicates something a lot deeper. That's also something else they talked about in this interview.
At any moment, did you see any, do you know what the Freemasons are?
Yes.
Would you say that there's Freemasons involved in the music industry?
Yes.
Okay, see, that right there should prove to many people alone that you're being 100% honest, because most people in the industry aren't going to say that.
Right.
Most people in the industry are afraid of this question, or they act like they don't even know what the Masons are. Now,
but they show the symbolism so clearly.
Yeah, of course. And that's my next question. Do you believe people like P. Diddy, Jay-Z, Beyonce, do you believe they're members of either the Freemasons or other occult organizations?
That's why I think Diddy's a one-on-one, because I don't really think that he was. He was like his own occult. And kind of like what you said, maybe he made somebody upset or something. Like Diddy's always been kind of like a lone ranger, a lone wolf, right?
He uses the same symbolism though.
Right, but Jay-Z, you're right. But Jay-Z, yes, 100%.
Okay, good. Are you a Freemason by chance?
No.
Okay, good. I just got it. These are the questions so that my audience would trust you. And
thank you for mentioning Amanda Bynes, because I could not remember her name, but now is it making sense why these Disney kids are always like spiraling? Like it never made sense. It's like, oh, you had your dream job as a child, and then you grow up as an adult and you struggle the way that you do. It never made any sense, but now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. And then as a society, we were judging Amanda Bynes for how she looked, how she acted. And this woman was really crying out for help. Crazy.
You know, this is important to know. Jay-Z is definitely a Freemason. Diddy is 100% a Freemason. His the same man that I was telling you about, the guy who was interviewed inside of the jail by the police, he was interviewed in an interrogation room, and he was interrogated, and this is literally what he said. He said P. Diddy, Rick Ross, and DJ Khaled, he said they're all gay, and he said that they're all a part of the Bole Masonic organization.
Diddy and Ross, we say good buddies, okay? They're gay. Both Diddy and Ross and Khaled. They're all gay. Okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy, they're all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I know you may or may not. I know you're going to believe me. You have what's called the Illuminati. How do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
You know Sean Combs.
Okay.
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
Which is essentially it's a fraternity, a black fraternity within Freemasonry.
Another big thing to consider when you're listening to this person talk, it's not like we're talking about a person who's no longer in the industry. So they're bitter, they're scorned, they're upset, right? They're angry, they have a bone to pick with people. No, he's admitted in this interview he's still in the industry. You say, well, one, why would you come out openly with your face on camera and talk about this? Are you not afraid for your life? Are you not afraid from a legal perspective from being sued? He said no, because he's already reached out and he's talked to the representatives of these people and he's told them, listen, there are certain things in place. If anything happens to me, these other things will take place.
Going back to the Drake situation, I also feel that Drake might have had something to do with what happened to you, for sure. Do you believe that Drake would want to retaliate against you because of what you're saying now?
No.
Why do you say that?
Because it's too much out in the open at this point. And I know too much, and I've told his representatives, like, if anything were to happen, other stuff is going to happen to reveal information. I know too much. I got exposed to too much information with text messages and videos and voice notes recording and everything else that I didn't ask for any of that, information. I didn't ask for any of that stuff. So I'm not worried about Drake. I'm not worried about Jay-Z. I'm not worried about any of these people anymore.
And
because I realized that my mother told me a long time ago, if I'm not using my gifts to glorify God, then I'm never going to be truly blessed.
Amen to that.
I know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And this has happened organically. And these interviews have happened organically. And these things have happened organically. I wasn't seeking any of this. This has just happened because this is what God is pushing me to do. And that's not only what I feel, that's what I know, because it's happening, right? So I'm not scared of that at all. If I wouldn't be speaking.
That was beautifully said.
So in this interview, as groundbreaking as the things that he talks about in this interview is, he doesn't even share everything that he knows, because at that point he wouldn't have leverage. He's openly said that. So that makes, not only is he credible in the sense of, it's proven that he works with a lot of these people. You can easily Google it. It's proof that he's still in the industry. but now he's giving a solid reason as to why he's doing this. Because it's like you could be a double agent, bro, right? Working for the other side while pretending to be on one side.
That's true.
I don't think that he is. Use your human instincts and just use your basic observation skills. And you tell me, one human being to the next. When you look at this man talk and you listen to what he's saying, you tell me if it looks like he's lying. You tell me if it sounds like he's lying. If that man don't sound sincere, nobody has ever sounded sincere. A lot of things a lot of people say in the comment section, which is something I was thinking about, was, well, if you're exposing these people on camera and they understand that if something happens to you, you have other things in place, videos and pictures and proof and voice notes to expose these people, like really expose them and expose larger things that's happening in the industry. Why would you have a picture of Drake on your wall? That seems a little weird. And by little, I mean a lot weird. A person that you believe that could potentially have been behind a home invasion for exposing to Pusha T, by the way, of Saha the Prince, the artist who is Kanye West's ghostwriter, open knowledge, open information. Why would you have this person on your wall? And he openly says in the interview, well, he's not even for sure Drake's done it. But also you got to think about it from this perspective. He is a publicist. And this is one of the biggest accomplishments in his life. Like he worked with Drake and he was able to contribute to a project for Drake. So I could understand just from an empathetic perspective why he would have that up. But he could also have it up as a signal to anybody who sees this interview, the right people that see this interview, that he knows what he's talking about and that he's standing on it. One of the most important parts of the interview was towards the end, when Truth Is asked Jonathan, hey, where can people find you at? Give him your social media. And instead of telling people where to find him, man, he just simply said, nah, man, follow God. That's solid, bro. Like, I don't know what he has to gain from this other than risking his livelihood, right? When you think about credibility, when you think about some of the groundbreaking information, I haven't seen an interview this year that tops that. Have you all seen this interview? Are you all familiar with this person, Jonathan? Hey, Jaguar Wright, who he also did a co-interview with not too long ago.
Well, did he start snitching? He better. But the only thing I'm interested in him talking about is everything he knows about Kathy Coriana White, Jay-Z's pregnant mistress, who died 24 hours after she announced that she was going public with their relationship and the baby. While he was married to Beyonce. See, I know you know what happened.
You know what's so sad? I don't know how to take Jaguar. I don't know how to take her, y'all. I don't know how to take her because I know she struggles with mental health. But just because someone struggles with mental health, it doesn't necessarily mean that everything they say isn't true. So I don't know how to feel about her. I don't know how to feel about her. I think like some stuff she says is true, and then some stuff, it's like you got to weed through some of the stuff that she's saying and get to the truth. But we can't dismiss everything that she says, you know. So I get she's animated, but there have been some things that she said, and it's like, girl, that's crazy. Like that's just you're too far gone now. Like come back in, come back.
Corey, Diddy, you and Jay-Z down in Vegas at Tao with Claudia. Why don't you just talk about Kathy? Ooh. That might help. Was it an aneurysm, Diddy? Or are you the one who paid the same coroner that you? Oh, Diddy, you should talk.
Was that Claudia? Girl.
I'm happy the comment section. Give me your thoughts, man. The year 2024 has been strange, especially considering everything that's happening with P. Diddy and all the evidence that's come out. It's been crazy, man. It's been crazy. Like the next 3 months, the hits on Donald Trump's life, or even if those are even actually real, I think the next 3 months, I think we're in for a surprise, man. I think some much bigger things that's about to happen.
Oh yeah, like listen, follow this man. Like I like his mindset. Diddy got a podcast. I like how he breaks things down. I like how he breaks things down. Like I do. I like it. Anyway, okay, y'all. I believe Jaguar too. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't believe her. It's just some of the stuff, though. I'm like, what? I don't know. But I do believe her, though. Don't get me wrong. I do. Maybe I'm just at a place where it's just hard for me to accept certain things or believe certain things. But hold on, let me also play this. We're gonna get to the Jamie Foxx video. I have not seen that, but wait a minute, because I have to support my thoughts. Okay.
Very bold of you to tell it.
Yeah.
How the fuck?
First of all, it is very common. A lot of women, it is very common. A lot of women are dating DL men and they just don't know their man is DL.
That's true.
Yes. It's very common.
Yes. That's true.
I've also dated a gay man before. Well, I mean, he's bisexual, but I mean, gay is a number.
Oh, so that's your bag.
Not intentionally, I'm sure.
Oh, don't speak for black women.
Is that intentional? Which is saying, like, I don't have an issue. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've dated a bisexual man. I'm bisexual. I have no problem with that.
Okay.
But
so then what the fuck you put him in the verse
for? You
for?
was DL. That's different.
Yeah, it's different.
So he didn't like women.
He didn't tell you because he wasn't.
He was fronting about.
He wasn't open.
Right. You were fronting about it.
Right.
What is the difference?
What do you mean? What's the difference?
Allow me to make it.
If she don't mind,
it's called informed consent.
But she don't mind it either way.
But it's called, it's called informed consent.
The problem wasn't
very bold of you to tell it.
Yeah.
How the fuck?
I just want it to be known on my platform. It's not that that's what they're into. It's when they don't. It's when they don't disclose that information. It's dangerous because our bodies are sensitive. Our bodies are not. We're not. Our sensitivity levels are different. A woman's sensitivity is going to be higher than a man. So when you don't disclose that information to us, that puts us at risk for a lot of different things. That's what it's about. So I just wanted her to give her take on that because she's speaking facts.
Fuck, you put him in a verse.
Tell me what's been going on.
But you was DL.
Okay. Okay, now let me switch to the Jamie Foxx thing. Is he here? Here it is. What y'all talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Look smaller.
Get it out.
15 days. Let him smell for house.
Yeah. Second round.
Yeah. You know, I called Davis for the Stay up. Hey, we're good about that. Show balance. 5'9", 210. 441. Okay. 9 3-inch head. 8.5-inch dick.
Wait a minute. It's so, but wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute, y'all. What was that?
Nine and 3-inch head. 8.5-inch dick. 5'9.5", 210. 210. 441. Okay. 9 and 3-inch head. 8.5-inch dick. 5'9.5", 210. 210. 441. Okay. 9 and 3-inch head. 8.5-inch dick. 5'9.5", 210. 210. 441. Okay. 9 and 3-inch head. 8.5-inch dick. 5'9.5", 210. 210.
Let me read these comments because he y'all he did not say dig, y'all. He did not say dig. The caption even says DICK. Come on now. Even AI is picking up on DICK. Okay. So I guess AI and my ears are just not that great. But no, he said DICK. Okay. That's what he said. That is what he's very disturbing. And then somebody was like, what the F is going on in these circles? Then somebody else said, dude sounded like he was at a slave auction.
5'9.5", 210. 5'9", 210. 441. Okay. 9 3/8 height. 8.5-inch dick. 5'9.5", 210. 5'9", 210. 441.
Woo. You know what? At this point, y'all, it's above me. I know. I think somebody dig is like maybe it's like a play or a route that they have to take. I don't know. That man said DICK. Do y'all not see it in the caption? No, y'all. I'm sorry. That man said DICK. Are y'all sure? Where are y'all getting that from? Y'all, And then he said, no, y'all. No. Do I need to play the video again? I need you to look at your screen. Do I need to blow it up? Do I need to blow it up? Hold on. Let me go. Let me just exit out of this. I don't even need that no more. Let me see if I could blow this up because I'm like, are y'all not seeing what I'm seeing? Oh, wait. I need y'all to see this because y'all, I'm not crazy. So y'all can see this because, okay. Now let me hit play.
Okay. 9 3/8 height. 8.5-inch dick. 5'9.5", 210. 5'9", 210. 441. Okay. 9 3/8 height. 8.5-inch dick. 5'9.5", 210. 5'9", 210. 441. Okay. 9 3/8 height. 8.5-inch dick. 5'9.5", 210. 5'9", 210. 441. Okay. 9 3/8 height. 8.5-inch dick. 5'9.5", 210. 5'9", 210. 441. Okay. 9 3/8 height. 8.5-inch dick. 5'9.5".
What did he now? I'm gonna ask you again. What did he say? And then it's like 8.5 inch. Y'all, I'm listening to what he's saying though. Like, yeah, you can see the caption, but I'm also listening to what he's saying. That's all. Yo, it's just okay. Some of y'all saying dig. I'm like, y'all, do I need to clean out my ears? Okay, listen. When we save this live, I'm gonna need y'all to comment down below. Which one did he say? And why? Can someone explain to me and make it simple? Okay, 8.5 dig. What does that mean? Okay, because you're saying that's what he said. It's clear as day. He said 8.5 inch. So what does 8.5 inch dig? What does that mean? That's what I want to know. 8.5 inch dig. That's what I want to know. I'm just wondering. What does that mean in terms of football? 8.5 inch dig. What does that mean in terms of football? That's what I want to know. So now let's move on. Because I'm like, that don't make no sense. And then why did Jamie feel the need to end the live if that's what he was talking about? It's just really that situation is weird. Okay. Here we are. I mean, when it comes to this situation, it could really go two ways. It could be a publicity stunt, which we know DDG is famous for that. Literally famous for that. Or it could be that they really separated. Do you think they really separated? Do you think he really separated? Do you think that maybe this is just a publicity stunt because it was ruining Halle's image? What do you think? What do you think? I mean, it could go either way. Do you think we will see their son in their videos and things like that? I don't know. Honestly, I'm going to say it. I hate that Halle let this man come in and impregnate her, and now he can just go and move on with his life and just be happy with that. But I don't know. But this is my thing. Why would you even troll? Either way, if he is trolling, it's a bad look for him and it's a bad look for her. Because why are you even playing about something like this? You know those couples, those YouTube couples that would make those pranks, and they would always do the pranks like it would fake a breakup or fake someone cheating or something like that. You're speaking that into existence. So maybe I'm holding DDG in a higher light. I don't know. And too high of a light. I don't see him playing around like with something like this. I don't think he would do something like this. This is pretty extreme. But I don't know. He's embarrassed her a lot. So it could really go either way. Do you think it's real or do you think it's fake? Yeah, I don't like it when couples play around with cheating, breaking up, and it's a prank. I don't like that. Oh, wait. So DDG puts on his IG account, shares a message claiming he's no longer in a relationship with Halle Bailey. I don't know. And then just the statement that was put out, it seems like a lot of thought was put into what he wanted to say. I don't know. And do you think that this was a mutual decision, or you think Halle pulled the rug and then DDG decided to put out a statement? I don't know. It seemed real to me. Just the statement alone seems like real. Like he put in a lot of thought. When DDG trolls, one thing that I will say, and this is what makes me think that it's real. When DDG trolls, he always does it in an entertaining type of way. This was a statement. There was no entertainment. Nothing. Like he didn't get money from this. He may be getting attention, but he really didn't get anything from it. He could have made, like, I'm thinking like kind of like a YouTuber. If I was to fake a breakup with someone that I'm publicly in a relationship with, and we have so much going on for ourselves, I would do like a prank or something or a vlog or something like that. And then just allow the rumors to run, allow social media to just run with that and it be a prank. But he released a statement. There was no entertainment done behind the statement other than people are just talking about it now. That's it. So it makes me think that it is real. This is a legitimate breakup, separation. And I mean, it kind of makes sense. Once you have a kid and a kid comes into the picture, it really puts a light on areas in your relationship that are not that solid areas, and it brings light to areas in your relationship that's not the best. So I could see how the baby is the baby a year old yet, or like a few months old? I can see how within a few months they're starting to realize, while trying to parent a child, that it's not working. It's not working in the way that maybe they had planned. And that's normal. I think it's normal. People are online reacting to this. And then also, I'm going to put it out here. Do y'all think Queen Naja is engaged? Do y'all think she's engaged? Like, there's a part of me, there's like this little thing in me that thinks that Queen might actually be engaged. And I've been feeling this way before before the ring shopping. I've been feeling this way. I think that maybe they got engaged in Mexico and didn't say anything. And then they just continue to troll the internet for views. I don't know. There is a possibility, y'all. It's something that I'm going to throw out here. I'm just entertaining it. I could be wrong. I could be. And they could have proposed. There's something significant about Mexico for them. It could have happened there. It could have happened. But I don't know. I don't know why she wouldn't want to make the announcement and like tell her fans and things like that. But there is a small part of me that believes that maybe she did get engaged in Mexico and is trolling. So who knows? I don't know, but that's just my thought. Okay. Let's see. I've been meaning to say that, so I just wanted to put that out there. There is a slight possibility, but then there's a possibility that she's not engaged and she's ring shopping and doing all of this extra stuff to get this man to marry her or to propose. That is a possibility as well. It could really go either way for me. So they removed photos off their Instagram. I don't know. This seems legitimate, y'all. Removing photos off your Instagram. That's a lot of work. I don't know. Well, I can't say that I'm sad about it. I feel bad for the baby. I do. I feel bad for the baby. But for Halle, when it comes to her career, I think this is a smart look. I think it's a good look for her career. Being attached to someone that would publicly embarrass you and tarnish your public image and reputation, which is not a good look career-wise. I mean, you're supposed to be America's sweetheart, Little Mermaid, and it just being attached to him, it just was not a good look for your career. So this public breakup is probably going to improve her public image and regain some respect when it comes to her reputation, because it may have taken a hit on her getting booked for certain gigs and certain opportunities and things like that. So we will see, because we haven't really heard of any new projects that Halle is working on or anything like that. And I just feel like there should be more from Halle. Like, she's very talented, very beautiful woman. And I would like to see more of her when it comes to just future projects, but we'll see. We will see. I do feel like Halle fell into the sheltered girl trap where she met a bad boy and she fell for the okie doke. And then he came in, he humbled her by impregnating her. And then once he got bored, or once he started seeing how much work it takes to raise a family, to have a family, to lead a family, then he's like, oh, I don't want this anymore, or I'm not going to show up the same in the relationship, I'm just going to separate, blah, 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 blah. I feel like DDG is just out there. You know, she comes from a more conservative family. When I say bad boy, like just a boy that is just not as conservative from the conservative family that you grew up in. It could be bad. It could be like really bad. Like, we're talking about thug, drug dealer, you know, stuff like that. It could be bad, but it could be that maybe he just didn't come from a family that was as conservative as Halle's and Chloe's family. They seem like very conservative people. So I don't know. Yes, and that's another thing that I wanted to talk about. It like when Offset said, "You my BM, I won." That's how most men think. They feel like when they impregnate you, they imprint on you and they mark their territory. They will always have a cord attached to you. You can never cut them off for real, or you can't just cut them off completely because of the children. So be careful who you are allowing to impregnate you, because again, some men just do it so they can always have that attachment, so that they can always have access to you. It's all about access. And if you're the type where, because if you think about it, if Cardi B wasn't like sex addicted to Offset, if she would have left Offset, she would have left him for real. Like there wouldn't be any attachment association with Offset at all. But he knew what he was doing when he impregnated her, not once, not twice. And then you notice that each time Cardi got pregnant, she was talking about how she was leaving. Oh, I'm leaving, I'm done, impregnated. Oh, I'm leaving, I'm done with you. You cheated on me again, impregnated. Oh, I'm leaving again. Third baby pop up. I'm done, I'm leaving, impregnated. That's why you move in silence, ladies. You move in silence. These men will plot against you when they know you're leaving. Okay? So if you plan on leaving, keep that mouth shut. All right? Stop talking so much. I be noticing how the girls be talking too much. I mean, damn, y'all tell the internet your business before you make a decision. Then you tell the man the move you gonna make before you move it. Do you not know how to move in silence? Okay? Do you not know how to do it? Do you not know how to shut up and just make a plan and execute it? When I moved to Houston, I only told a few people. And when I told those people, I only told those people because it impacted them directly, where I had to let them know. But girl, best believe I didn't tell them until after I signed the lease. I didn't tell them until after I put down the deposit to have my car shipped. I already had everything in motion. I had everything going. I didn't tell a soul. I just popped up with a one-way ticket and I left. Babe, that's how you do it. You don't tell people. People gonna try to talk you out of your decision. People gonna try to tell you, oh, what, you shouldn't do that. Then people gonna project their fears on you. Then people are gonna project their limitations on you because they couldn't do it. You can't either. Who said that? Because you couldn't do it, I can't do it. It could work for me. That's why you don't tell too many people your business. You gotta be a woman that moves in silence. People don't know what you're gonna do until you do it. And that's how you get the truth out of people. That's how you get people's real emotions, real reactions. That's how you can see how people really feel about you. Because when you pop up and you make your choice and you make your decision, that's when you see the truth in people. But when you let them know what you're going to do before you do it, you're not showing them nothing. You're not. You're giving away your move before you make it. You can't do that. You got to move in silence. You got to learn how to keep some things close to the chest. And that's one thing about me. I keep things close to the chest. I don't like telling people too much. People know too much about you. They know how to manipulate you. People know too much about you. They know how to use you. People know too much about you. They know how to take things that you've confined in them about, weaponize it against you and feed it back to you and throw it back up in your face. And then have a reason to, because of things that you open up to them about. Keep things close to the chest. Stop feeling like you got to share all your business with everybody. Everybody ain't on your team. And some people wear masks. Yeah, some people put on facades and personas and they pretend like they for you, but they really not. They just trying to get in where they can fit in and use you in the best way that they can so they can get what they want from you. So when you decide to make a move, you tell no one. You tell no one. You tell no one until you have to. You tell no one until things are in place. It's solid. You know what I'm saying? Keep it to yourself. Don't tell nobody. All right. So that's why Cardi, is she really done with this man? She better be done. Because if she not, this is embarrassing. All it is. Your kids gonna watch it. Your kids are one day gonna come online and see it. I hope you didn't do all of this just to stay with the man. I hope you really leaving this time. P. Diddy, like I said, I hope people are really looking beyond just the details of everything, just the gossip, just the rumors. It's really exposing the true nature of men, all right? If a man does not have any sexual discipline, he's either gay or bisexual, all right? He's gay or bisexual. There is no exceptions. And again, ladies, you being nice only serves men. It doesn't serve you. When you are nice to men, it serves men. That's it. It fucks you over. And maybe you need to hear that. I don't know. But when you're nice to men, it fucks you over and it serves men. That's what it does. And it puts you in a bad situation. It puts you in bad positions. It puts you in a compromising position with yourself, and sometimes it puts you at war with yourself. So to be nice to men, it won't make sense. And some of y'all are nice to men, and you don't even know that man. You just met him. What you being nice for? You don't need to be nice. So again, if that man don't have no sexual discipline, that's a red flag. Put that in your vetting process now. Moving forward, when you're discerning, and this man ain't never refrained from having sex, he's never been abstinent from sex, or he's never went on some hiatus or had some dry spell where he was just to himself, that is a red flag, and you may be signing up to be a down low married woman. All right, that's what you're signing up for. We don't got time to be playing games. When the truth come out, and listen, these things were going on under our nose, ladies. They were under our nose. The truth is out now. What you gonna do about it? Oh, your fantasy, it's gone. It was never real anyway. So you knowing this information, it really shouldn't shake you up that much. I'm celibate, y'all. I'm not even out here having sex. This information don't bother me. If he gay, he bisexual, hell, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not about to cry in my pillow about it. I don't care. So pay attention to the P. Diddy situation. Wake up and see how men of power, men with money and resources, what they're really into, because I think that matters. Isn't that what every woman wants? You want that 1%, you want the 1% man, and the 1% man, girl, what is that even looking like now that we are seeing all of these kings, right? They on the down low. Well, to me, that's what y'all want. Y'all want the 1%. Well, a lot of them may be down low. Moving on, DDG and Halle, like I said, I just think it's a good look. I think it's a better look for Halle. I hate that she has to now co-parent and take on single motherhood from a co-parenting position, but hey, it will improve her career. That's what I think. So I'm logging out. Please give the video a thumbs up. Let me know what else I should talk about. I was thinking about talking about B. Simone, and oh my gosh, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, the mother wound. We need to talk about that. We need to talk about it. So let me know if you would be interested in me doing a full reaction video to the sit down podcast episode that Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, the same psychologist that sat down with Cam Newton. She also sat down with B. Simone, and she sat down and she talked about the mother room. It's something I've been wanting to talk about. You know, a lot of times we as women, we struggle with things internally because we did not get it from our mother. The woman that was supposed to teach us about womanhood, the woman that was supposed to create the foundation for womanhood in our lives. Like we don't always get what we need from them. And it's not to say that your mother didn't get anything or your mother didn't give you anything, but maybe your mother didn't give you enough, you know? And so I think B. Simone, I saw a clip of it that went viral, and it seems like she talked about that a little bit. Okay. So I want to dive into that. Yes, blink twice. So Zoe Kravitz, she was playing whistleblower with her movie Blink Twice. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it, because a lot of the details in her film are very parallel to the Diddy situation. Hollywood in general. You have to watch Blink Twice. You have to watch it. It was a great film. I loved it. It was very entertaining. I wasn't worried about my phone at all. I was just into this storyline, and it was a really good storyline. But I did notice that her film is very parallel to the details that we're learning as a whole, as a collective, when it comes to P. Diddy and Hollyweird overall. And again, I'm going to leave you with this. Have you acknowledged that you have been groomed and programmed as a young child by watching cartoons, TV shows, listening to different music and things like that? How do you feel moving forward when it comes to your children being entertained? with music and shows, like, how do you protect your children? Because now, baby, they after our kids. That's how I see it. They after our children, y'all. And the reason why I say they're after our children is because they're trying to normalize things, and then they're trying to target children while also being into children, is what I'm getting from this whole entire P. Diddy situation. So how do you feel about that? I want to hear from the parents. Like, what do you plan on doing when it comes to your kids? Because this is a lot. This is information our parents did not have, and now that we have this information, what do you plan on doing moving forward? That's what I want to know. I want to know that. I don't have kids, but girl, it just seems like I would be stressed right now. Okay, so I'm logging out. Let me know if there's anything else you would like for me to touch on and talk about, and I'll see you in my next one.